Hello all. In this video, we are going to learn about the port 0 of 8051 microcontroller. As we know, there are four ports which are inbuilt inside the 8051 microcontroller. Out of that, port 0 is basically used for a dual purpose. It can be used as an input-output operation. Similarly, it can be used for transferring the data between the microcontroller and the external device, as well as transferring the address, or rather the lower address, to identify the locations outside the microcontroller devices. It can be memory or any other input or output device. So let us begin with the port 0. As I have told you, port 0 is a multifunction port of microcontroller. Its special function address is 80, and it is a bit addressable port. That means we can alter the single bits of port 0 by writing the appropriate instructions inside the program. Functions and use, it can be used, as I have already told, it can be used as an input and output mode for generating data and lower address. Now as we can see here, the address and data are multiplexed or combined in 8051, and they need to be separated before it is reaching to the outside devices. And for that, a signal called as address latch enable signal is used, that I will explain in the diagram. Now, in order to use the pins of port 0 as input and output, there is a special register called as a pull-up register is connected, which will avoid the high impedance state of the ports, that will be explained in the diagram. So this is how the port 0 looks. As we can see here, it is 8-bit port with port pin 0.0. It means that port number 0 and 0 pin, port number 0, port number first pin, so on and so forth, port number 0 and 7th pin. So let us see the diagram of, or the circuit connection of the port 0. As we can see here, it is comprises of a latch, a control unit which will control the basically the multiplexers operation. It will allow either address data or the data from the latch to pass through. Now here, this dual function switch is very important, as it performs the facility, or it gives the facility for this port to perform one of the two operations. That is, it will perform either input output operation, or it will perform the address and data related operation. So that separation is done with the control line. So in the first point, let us see port 1 as input port. That means a port has to read the data from the its port pin. So the traffic of data will be like this, as I am highlighting in the diagram. So it will go to port 0. It will be read from the one of the pin from the port 0 through this buffer, and once the buffer is enabled, the data can be read by the microcontroller to the internal bus. So the path will be followed like this. So this is the actual read operation performed by the port 0. So for that, what are the requirements of the latches? So first, we will see that for reading operation, we should say D equal to 1. When we make the D input or the D flip-flop input equal to 1, the Q output will be 0, and this Q bar output will be equal to 1. I'm sorry. This Q output will be equal to 1 and Q bar will be equal to 0. Now this 0 will be connected to the gate input of the FET. Now once this gate input pin is connected to the FET, this particular FET will be turned off. This will remain off. Similarly, we have to make this control line equal to 0. So if the control line is 0, that means any of this AND input becomes 1. So irrespective of what input at this point, we will get a 0 over here. So we can see that this FET is also in the off condition. So when both the FETs are in off condition, we are going to get at this point a voltage called as a high impedance. I will write it as high Z. Now this high impedance will prevent for anything to pass through uh, go through these lines. So whatever information available, that can be written either 0 or 1 over this high impedance state, and this 0 or 1 will be input or read by the microcontroller port. So to summarize, the overall operation for port to read become as an input, D should be equal to 1. So Q will be equal to 1. Q bar is equal to 0, and this 0 will be passed through the gate of second FET, and the control line is equal to 0. Therefore, this FET is also off, and this FET is also off. So if both the FETs are off, this will go in high impedance state. So that high impedance state, this point will be at high impedance state. And whatever information 1 or 0 will be read on this line through the buffer to the internal bus of microcontroller. So this is how port 0 can be acting as 0 or as an input port. Input means port 0 is basically reading whatever bit is available on particular pin via a internal data bus by the microcontroller. Now let us see port 0 as output port. For outputting the information, what we mean as whatever is available in the data bus that will be routed through this latch, through the multiplexer and to the output pin of microcontroller. So this is how the data path is as shown in the diagram. Now let us see how this can be achieved. So for outputting any information, the port D output D pin should be equal to 0. This is the prerequisite condition, and then control line also should be equal to 0, as we are interested in input and output operation and not into the address or data related operation. So again, since the control line is 0, this line will be equal to 0. Now if I'm taking D equal to 0, that means Q output of flip-flop will be equal to 0 and Q bar will be equal to 1. The moment this becomes 1, a 1 is gated at the input of FET, this FET. So this FET is now going to turn on, and this FET is going to turn off as there is a 0 at the gate input of the FET. So once this FET is on, that means this point is, which was initially at the high impedance state, will be now become 0, and a 0 will be available at the port pin after passing the clock pulses by these flip-flops. So this is how the port 0 is outputting. This is first a prerequisite for outputting. Now at the occurrence of every clock pulse, in the next clock pulse, whatever information we write over here, the corresponding output will be appearing at the port pin. So let us see how that is done. Now here, let us see how a 0 has to be output. For that, as I have shown here, the D input will be equal to 0, and that will give Q output equal to 0 and Q bar output equal to 1. Now when this output becomes 1, here we get a 1, that is again we know that control line is 0 over here. So this line is 0. So this input will be routed through this multiplexer at the gate input of FET. Now when we get this 1 at the gate input, this FET will turn on. The moment this FET is turned on, it is acting as a switch basically. So it will pass this ground voltage to the output, that is 0. So as we can see here, at the port pin, we are going to get a 0. So what we have seen, a 0 over here, input as a 0, and then we are getting output as 0. Now let us see how to pass a logic 1 at the output of port pin. Now in the second case, as I have told, I want to output a logic 1 at the output side of the port pin. For that I have chosen D equal to 1, and therefore the Q output will be equal to 1 and Q bar will become 0. As the initial conditions are all same, that means the control line is equal to 0, therefore we are going to get a 0 over here, and this 0 is now routed through this multiplexer at the base input of FET. The moment a 0 appears here, it will make this FET off, and this FET is off since the one of the AND input is 0. So irrespective of this, we'll always get a 0 over here. Now once we are getting the both the output, both the input of the FET are at 0, that means a high impedance state will be created over here. That means this, we cannot say whether this is a logic 1 or logic 0. So in this situation, there is a one pull-up resistor we need to add to bring the output in from high impedance state to logic 1. So this resistor is called as the internal FET pull-up resistor. So this will force this VCC to come at output as VCC input, and this VCC input can be considered as logic 1. So we can see here we have given a 1 over here and we are getting 1 over here. So this is how it is possible at the occurrence of every clock signal. When the flip-flop is clocked, whatever input we are giving at the D input, we are observing that at the port pin outside the microcontroller port. So this is how the microcontroller input output 0 or 1. Let us see now the application of port as transferring the input, address and data. As we have already discussed initially, the address bus of microcontroller is multiplex with respect to the data bus, and that will be basically carried out by the microcontroller port number 0. So this is the second function performed by the port 0, and that we can do, we have to see over here. So whenever we need to transmit the data or address, this control line should be equal to 1, and the moment this becomes 1, the selection line at mux input will become 1, and now this circuit, whatever is coming from the outside of the latch, will be disabled, and only whatever data or address we are giving that through this, suppose the address oblique data is 0, so we are going to get a 1 over here, and this 0 is again given at this FET and get input, that is 0. So and get input here will be 0. This FET is into don't care condition because this input, we are not routing anything from here. So this FET will be in 0. That means it will force this VCC output to go to ground. And the moment this output goes to ground, we are going to get 0 at this point. So this 0 is nothing but the single address bit, okay, or single data bit. Likewise, there are 8 address and data bits. The similar circuit or hardware configuration is used for all the 8 pins of port 0. Now let us see the second case. Here, if the address or data bit is 1, so what we are going to get, this pin will become 1 and the control line is already 1. So therefore, we get 1 over here and 0 over here. The moment we get 0 over here, that 0 is going to this 0 input, and that will be connected at this gate of the second FET, and the first FET will get output as 1 because input as 1 because this AND gate is having both the inputs are 1. So this FET will be now turned on. The moment this FET is now turned on, it will take the VCC supply at the output of the port pin and will get a logic 1 over here. So this is how the port 0 is responsible for communicating the data for input output operation as well as communicating the address and data for corresponding uh, devices at the output of microcontroller. I hope this video will be helpful for you to understand the port 0 operation. Thank you very much, students.